Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as, again, we close in on 20 years on the air serving the Memphis area. And good morning again to all you folks in Brownsville, Tennessee on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM, and Jackson, Tennessee on Newstalk 101.5 FM. And, of course, in the Memphis area on ESPN AM 790. And I know Ron's ears kind of perked up. Ron Wong is our co-host. He's on the road to Raleigh as he is there for the Major League Fishing Heavy Hitters competition. 40 top anglers there, including our buddy Mark Rose from across the river in East Arkansas. But I shared this with Ron when Abu Garcia came out and named his top 10 in its list of the country's 100 best fisheries. I said, we got to talk about this, and we got to talk when Ron's one of the co-hosts. And so I reached out to my good folks out there with Emily from Gunpowder Incorporated, and I said, we need to talk about this, Emily. And sure enough, we're going to talk about it right now. We got Andrew Wheeler. He is Pure Fishing Director of Freshwater Durables. And good morning, Andrew.
Hey, good morning.
All right, let's talk about this, Andrew. 100 years for Abu Garcia. That's itself is pretty amazing. No, I was not there when the company started. Some people may think that. Ron, what are you laughing about, Ron? I know Andrew.
Well, I have to tell you something.
What you still got your original? Huh?
I still have an original 5,000 and a 5,000C Abu Garcia reel that is in perfect working condition.
Well,
that's a testament to the quality of their products.
I've got one of those too, Ron, and mine's in perfect condition, but it's being operated by an unperfect fisherman. So so I have to say that. But let's talk, Andrew, about the list itself. Was this an idea that was kicked around just as part of the 100 years? So talk about how this came up, that you guys came up with this top 10.
Yeah, so obviously this year, 2021, Abu's 100th anniversary. Very historic time for the brand. Something I've been lucky enough to be associated with Abu for quite a while.
Yes,
and something we've all been looking forward to. Wanted something to, something different, a little bit different to celebrate it. So we're doing a lot of things, whether it's going to be at the Classic or other events, but something that consumers and anglers could get involved in and really give their opinions on. So we decided that, it's always a hotly contested, round the dinner, round the bar kind of conversation with anglers as to what are the best fishing spots. So we decided to kind of put a list together, asked all the anglers out there for their inputs, whether it was, we had it on our website so anglers could fill out a survey, or even our pros got involved and really gave us their top fisheries as well. So something that, once we got all the list, we had a kind of a panel of experts in the fishing space to help us kind of sort through the list and really come up with the top 10 fisheries that within the U.S.
Well, let's come to the list here because, you've got a pretty good panel there. You got our good friend Ken Duke, managing editor of Fishing and Tackle Retailer, which is based right out of Brownsville, Tennessee, for you folks out there, and you know that from that. Mike and Conanelli, then we've got Dr. Keith Jones. He's been on this show before from Berkeley, and Ashley Nicole Lewis from the Northwest, the Pacific. Liz Ogilvie, Vice President CMO of the American Sport Fishing Association. And I'm not sure how to pronounce Jason's last name, but he's with the International Game Fish Association. He's the president. And then Malcolm Stewart, of course, all of us know, a racing superstar and a big angler. So you got this list. All right, let's go through here, folks. I know you're all waiting out there. St. Lawrence River, number one. Okay. Was that the overwhelming choice? I mean, how did you go from 1 to 10 here?
I mean, really, it comes down to number of votes, and then Also, we kind of took into account, the mixed, like whether it's a good mixed species kind of fishery, that sort of thing as well. So I think really, obviously, the number of votes really counts the most, and then get the panel's experts input on, also the kind of wide variety of species that can be caught there.
And we're talking about multi-species here, folks. We're not talking about the top 10 bass fishing fisheries, even though a lot of these are. Number 2, Lake St. Clair of Minnesota, Lake Erie, Red River. How about Santee, Cooper? And here we go, Ron, Lake Guntersville. We got a lot of folks here, Andrew, would probably vote for Lake Guntersville. Sam Rayburn, Clear Lake, Lake Fork, and here we go, Lake Chickamauga. That's number 10. And I think that lake's going to someday move up in that poll. Ron may not agree with me, but I think that place is ripe to make the top 10 even higher someday. Ron, what's your...
Someday, and I have to agree with the number 1 pick of the St. Lawrence River.
Yep.
So many different species of fish there, and the numbers of fish that you can catch is pretty amazing, whether it's walleye, yellow perch, largemouth, smallmouth fish. It's a tremendous fishery and so healthy. And like Andrew said, the number of boats and the number of anglers that frequents the St. Lawrence River. And that's why all of your major bass tournament trails always have a tournament.
They do.
On the St. Lawrence River.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah. And I think, Andrew, as part of this, how tough was it to come to 10?
Yeah, really tough. I mean, everybody's passionate, especially different people live in different parts of the country, have very favorite bodies of water. So obviously, it's a really tough decision to get to the top 10 for sure.
But this, what this creates is a lot of conversation, Andrew. I mean, and that's what Abu Garcia wanted, I'm assuming, because anytime you put a list out, you're going to hack a lot of people off, Andrew. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want this to be a fun kind of list, and a fun conversation for anglers to have, and get into some competitions there with different anglers from different regions who are bragging about their bodies of water and where they made it on the list.
Have you had much conversation from folks? Have you got some feedback?
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously with social media these days, we get a lot of feedback through social media, and we get a lot of kind of back and forth going among anglers. So, yeah, obviously a pretty healthy discussion carrying on.
Well, Andrew, I know I don't know where you rank on the totem pole, but they put old Andrew on the line and said, "You talk, Andrew, because we don't want to." Because we so thank you for being available to do this, because anytime I've ever run a list in the Mid-South, I've made about as many friends as I lose. So this just becomes part of it. Tell our listeners your background, Andrew, and how long you've been with Abu Garcia. Because I know, Andrew, you're not from the Delta here, okay? I know that. So tell our listeners how you got to be with Abu Garcia.
Well, obviously I'm from the South, just from the real South, which is I come from Australia originally.
I knew you did, so I wanted people to know that, and I love to hear you talk, because, I mean, I think of Quigley Down Under. I can't help it, Andrew. Okay, that's one of my favorite shows, okay? And Ian Finch Baker on the golf for me. But so how long you been with Abu Garcia? How long?
I've been with Abu coming on to, got to think back now, 16, 17 years.
I thought you'd been with him for a while. Yeah. You said years. You didn't say weeks, did you? Okay.
No, years.
Okay. Want to make sure. I knew that from a fact. That's the way it works. Was this one of the fun things that you've done in your career? I mean, I know you used to be a brand manager and things along that line. So this was probably something that was kind of fun to do. And how long did it take y'all guys to put this together?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you start talking about great fishing places, it's always fun to discuss. And have a nice healthy argument with
Healthy.
everybody.
I like that healthy. Yeah.
It kind of took a few months to kind of get everybody's opinions in and sort through the list. So it takes a little bit of time.
Well, you guys have been around forever, and particularly when you think about Abu Garcia and pure fishing. I mean, I can go through here, folks, and name all these companies that come under there, and I've probably got at least one item just about for all these. Man, I got a Fluger up in my attic right now that I ain't going to give to anybody, because it's still a trolling motor that works, Ron. You know that. I mean,
wow.
Back in those days.
Must be an M30.
It is. Ron, golly. How much you want? No, I won't do that. But, and spider wire and ugly stick and all these things like that. And Andrew, we appreciate you doing this. So how can our folks go and find out how to look at this list and give us some information about Pure Fishing and also Abu Garcia?
Really, the best place to go to check out the list is just go to abugarcia.com. It's on our landing page right there. You can click on the list, and it'll bring up all the information, all the lakes, all information of who the panel was, who kind of vetted through the list. So, abugarcia.com is the best place to go.
That's the best place to go. Andrew Wheeler, thank you for being with us, and we'll talk to you down the road and everything else. Thank you, Andrew. All right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good one. All right. Andrew Wheeler, Pure Fishing Director of Freshwater Durables. And so very interesting, Ron. And, it's a list is a list. And so I don't know.
And it's hard to argue, right, wrong on all of these lists because, they actually use some factors that you don't think about or other people don't use or other organizations don't use. Like Andrew said, number of boats that fish a body of water.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Yep.
Because, and there again, if you're targeting a certain species of fish, well, your list is going to be a little bit different there, too.
Yeah, whether you're going for, redfish or red deer, sunfish, they said, or fighting a flathead on Santee Cooper and largemouth bass. And they said they were in 38 different states. We've got to take a break. We're out of time. We're going to come right back. Ron Wong's on the line from North Carolina. Mark Copley's going to have Mark. Yeah, you remember him. I hadn't forgotten him yet. We'll be right back.
What's his name?
Yeah.